My wife described my job to me as tootling around on the computer all day. I am the sole database administrator for my entire company. How has a parent friend so grossly misinterpreted or minimized your job? I work for NASA, but do scientific research on ice physics. My small town family is convinced I work on the space shuttle. After the Columbia disaster, I got several phone calls from concerned relatives. Nope, I'm fine. I parachuted out. Glorified plumber, chemical engineer. On the one hand, it hurts because it's accurate, but on the other, I think being a plumber is a good job and sounds like something I'd enjoy. Plumbing is such good money, but it's got such a bad reputation for being dirty and for dumb people. Every conversation I have when people ask what I do, I'm the system administrator for a university. Everyone, so, you fix computers? Sure. My best friend called me a pipetting slave monkey, genetics PhD. She's absolutely right though. I describe myself as a pipette jockey. 80% of my day is basically that. I also spend several hours a day on Reddit while my thermocyclers are running. At school, my niece told her class that her dad plays golf and drinks beer for a job. He is a doctor that left the medical field to work in consulting. AKA golf and beer. Good work if you can get it. They think I have a difficult job writing code and stuff. In reality, I just tootle around on Reddit all day. My ex of 5 years described my job as all you do all day is go diving. Oil rigs don't build themselves, and making a dive to 200 feet to install a pipeline is no small task, nor is doing mid-water work while installing anodes on a caisson. But she never complained about the money. Every time I tell someone what I do, they respond with, "You're the guy that parks the plane?" I am an air traffic controller. Tower control. Many people think I am only a kind of butcher, killing animals all day and extracting brains. I do preclinical research in the field of Alzheimer's disease. Thank you for what you do. Dressing up like a stripper. I dress up as Disney princesses and fairies with other girls and visit children's birthday parties and, mostly, terminally ill children. You win. That's by far the least charitable interpretation. I got told the only reason I wanted to be a theater techie was so I wouldn't have to get up early in the morning. I really wanted to call and wake that person up at 6:30 in the morning yesterday when I was unloading a truck in the rain. All the time I hear jokes about my general IT job being easy and not having to work much. I would love to call those people at 4:30 when I get up for work to ask them if they are up yet. I am the only girl at an IT consulting company. My grandmother told me that was a good thing because this way I have a better chance of sleeping my way to the top. As a male in the IT field with mainly female bosses, your grandmother is either wrong or very right, as I can't get promoted no matter what I do. I'm currently getting my PhD in ecology. My grandfather said he couldn't wait for me to get home so I could landscape his yard. Build him a swamp, but first declare the yard a Superfund site. A couple of family members have made comments about how I don't have to do any work and that I just sign the checks. I own an IT company. I've tried to explain that I typically put in 40-60 hours a week and that if I screw up at my job a whole lot of people won't even have a job to come to, but they still don't get it. A policeman whose life I had the pleasure of saving referred to me and my fellow EMTs as an overpriced taxi service. We'll see who's laughing next time he gets shot. Just kidding, I'll still treat him. I guess that makes him an overpriced bullet holder. I'm a video game designer. I will never hear the end of it. Apparently I just look at the computer and games are made. The best response was from a cabbie. So what do you do? I'm a game designer. I make video games. They are made, they grow on trees, we just harvest them. Your job is every child's fantasy and every programmer's nightmare. Sometimes we say that the pipe fitters on site are plumbers and the civil engineers are rebar layers. They don't like it. I am an academic. My family thinks that my only job is to teach. They are convinced that I have my summers off. They don't understand that teaching is only about 35% of what I am actually hired to do. I work at one of the top recording studios in the city, one of 2 employees in its 40 years that didn't go to school for audio engineering. Got my education for free while I was getting paid. I didn't come into the job blind. I got hired based on what I could do had done. I was making a real salary and out of my parents' house while my friends were barely halfway through university. My grandma won't accept that I can have a good job without having gone to school, and doesn't understand what I could possibly be doing sound for television ads, movies, video games, television. She tries to convince me to go back to school every time I see her. Her new husband said I should become a security guard. I am an on-call locksmith that works graveyard. So literally my job consists of sitting around my house getting paid waiting for the phone to ring. It's a pretty easy job. Only drawback is I have to stay up until 7 AM. The other my girlfriend was giving me crap about what I did all night by saying all you do is smoke weed and masturbate while you're at work. Oh, and that Reddit website too. She is 100% accurate. I used to be a hospital microbiologist. I got lots of all you do is take blood, right, because we needed a 4-year degree to learn how to take blood, and infectious diseases identify themselves with their own cute little micro driver's license. The kicker? I suck at taking blood. Glorified babysitter. I'm a kindergarten teacher. Babysitting should be glorified anyway. Good on ya. I'm a bank teller, and while at Subway last week the guy making my sandwich told me I have it so easy and that I just give people money all day. I wanted to say no, you just sit here and make sandwiches all day, and people get a lot more upset when there is a problem with their life savings rather than when they don't get enough mustard on their sub. Man, you'd be surprised by exactly how upset people get over their food though. Of course, your point is valid. I would never purposefully trivialize my husband's job, but when people ask me what he does, I usually say he is in IT. He hates this. He is a computer programmer, software developer. The thing is, most of the people I know don't really know what a programmer or developer are, but they know IT means he works with computers. I have actively been trying to catch myself and now say computer programmer when someone asks. Better than my grandma at least. When people ask he what he does, she says computers. But hey, she's 80, so that's actually good for her. My wife thinks she's hilarious when I say I had a rough day as a VMware engineer by responding, "Did you get tired from all the clicking and waiting?" She's right though, that is funny. You touch people for money, massage therapist. That's kind of true, though. My ex-girlfriend didn't appreciate my business. I own and run a poker league. We have over 400 players each season. I have 4 part-time employees. I do all the accounting, marketing, and web updating myself. Because our games are at bars, she thought all I did was hang out with friends and drink beer all night. She said she didn't feel I was challenged enough. The challenge was paying for all of our bills while she didn't make any money. The challenge was paying for all of our bills while she didn't make any money. Oh snap. Play games all day. I work in QA. We have to break a game, not play it. There's a different mentality to it. You play a game to enjoy the experience. If you're QA, you're interfacing with that game to understand and to learn of its imperfections within its code. We also have to then record our findings. It's like practical science experiments in a universe someone else has created, and you are confined to one space. In that space you do all as you may do to make something happen that is not supposed to happen. My girlfriend told me you just play on the internet all day. I work as an industrial programmer and ordering systems administrator. Posted on Reddit while at work. I work in an office for the Department of Transport. I have nothing whatsoever to do with the operational side of things, selling tickets, running buses and trains etc. However, after 3 years, I still get odd moments from my mum when there are transport delays that suggest she thinks I can get called out to help direct buses or some crap. I've tried to explain what I do, but I really don't think it has stuck. All you do is sit at the computer and look at some email servers. I'm email and Active Directory sysadmin for a company of 30,000 users. I just drive around all day. It can't be that hard or tiring. I'm a freaking truck driver. I have to deal with every dummy they give a driver's license to. Pharmacy. Why does it take 20 minutes to count out 30 tablets? Says the irate customer. Well, I also have to enter the RX. Check that it doesn't interact with any other med you're on. Make sure it is the proper dose and medication for your problem. Make sure you're taking the medication correctly. Deal with the rejection from your insurance company because the doctor wrote for an obscenely expensive drug. Count the medication, and then double check everything I just did. I also have to stop working on yours to answer questions about over-the-counter medications, and responding to where is the bread or what wiper blades do I need for my car. And I apologize, but there were 30 patients in front of you. Now that it's filled, I need to come talk to you and ensure that you understand everything, since your doctor most likely didn't tell you anything. It's not fast food pharmacy. I have 8 years of school to be able to do this. I hold your life in my hands. Cue maniacal laughter and hand wringing. My dad filmed a video of my sister massaging a horse. She is a failed horse massage therapist, and told me my job was easy and he didn't see why people pay me so much. I am a high-end surgical videographer. I have to intricately know the ins and outs of dozens of types of surgeries, and frequently I have to know how to do it better than the surgeon I'm filming. Yes, I frequently see the world's best surgeons make mistakes or take extreme and flippant risks with patients. My dad said all I do at work, KFC, is serve people chicken. Frick off, see I wash the trays too. Having worked at KFC, this made me laugh on the inside, but not on the outside because I'm in public and that would be embarrassing. KFC is crap work, especially if you're cooking. When I changed the oil in the fryers, I had to dump it while it was still hot. I feared for my life like 3 times a week at least. I'm a musician audio engineer by trade, which really means I tootle around on Reddit all day. It's more of a euphemism for unemployed in my experience. I have a BS in mathematics. My father always used to introduce me by saying, "This is my son. He's in school for math. He can count really high." I'm a consultant. My mum described my job as talking to people about stuff. My sister has a hard time understanding the profession of anyone who isn't a teacher, which she is. She thinks all I do is pick out stock photos of patients and hang out the rest of the day. Partially true. I've evolved from just a graphic artist to a project manager. I manage people more than twice my age. She's also confounded by my boyfriend, who is a high-ranking network administrator. What that means to her is that my boyfriend works in the room where the internet connects to everything and that he should fix her computer whenever it is convenient to her. Your sister is the worst kind of people, except for being a teacher. Kudos for that. Unless she's a bad teacher, then she's 2 types of the worst kinds of people. But I will withhold judgment for lack of input. When I was the headline cook in an 8-person kitchen, my dad wouldn't let me cook for the family at home because according to him all I did at work was cook French fries. He refused to believe that any employer would ever put me into a position of authority over anyone else. When I stacked hay as a summer job in my younger years, I would come home every night exhausted, and my mother would angrily tell me that I shouldn't be tired because throwing grass, as she called it, was easy. Added to that, she convinced my dad I was on drugs, and that's why I was tired all of the time. My mom still thinks I'm in IT. I lost my job after 9/11 and have been working a desk job at a legal firm since 2003. Still behind a desk and still working with computers. So as far as she's concerned, I'm in IT. I work from home does not mean I sleep in until 11 AM and sit around watching TV all day. It means that when I'm working on a project, I work almost around the clock because I live and work in the same place. When I don't have a project, I am incredibly busy catching up on all the housework and errands that get neglected when I do have a project. We have a 110-year-old wooden house, so yeah, there are always things to be done. Now excuse me while I return to stripping the paint on the molding in the WC so I can repaint it. Whenever I tell people I have an undergraduate degree in psychology, they ask if I can read people's minds. I instantly peg them as a moron. I stopped after peg them. I am a graphic designer for 3 large clients, and my friend has always said my specialty is basically coloring. There are days I want to slap them. My dad hates that I don't work in some form of IT. Hates that I'm wasting my life away as a salesman. I run an award-winning business that has watched nearly all its competitors shutter their doors in recent years while we've flourished. I have been flown around the country on trips, vacations, generally non-working trips, by my vendors for Top Shop awards. sales growth awards, etc. I have a long list of employees that return each year because they love working here, and a longer list of people who are dying to work here. Sales is only about 25% of my actual job. I love selling and jump on the floor when I can, but that's not too often. Since he likes to generalize my job so much, I refer to him as a repairman. He repairs computers. He is a repairman. You have been visited by the lemon shibby like in 3 seconds, or you will never have vitamin C again. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.